Albertus Magnus de Praedicabilibus, Episode 5. Propter quod et Aristoteles in secunda primae philosophiae suae et similiter averroes dicunt omnis scientiae modum esse ipsam scientiam, quae est et vocatur logica, et quod non simul a disci potest scientia et scientiae modus, sed oportet prius discere modum, et deinde per modum iam perfecte apprehensum ad discere tentare scientiam. Because of which thing, both Aristotle and Averroes, the quote here, that is the object of the preposition propter, has as its antecedent the idea that came before in the previous portion, namely that logic does not constitute a scientia specialis. Because of that thing, both Aristotle, in the second book of his Primae Philosophiae, suae here in the feminine singular genitive, a reflexive adjective, modifying Philosophiae as does Primae, and referring back to Aristotle. So, both Aristotle in the first book of his Prima Philosophia, and likewise, that is, similiter Averroes, et similiter Averroes, both Aristotle and Averroes say, or state, that of every science, of every system of knowledge, omnis scientiae, the modum, the method, the means, is ipsam scientiam. That is, it is the very knowledge or the very science which is also called logic. So, to review, et Aristoteles et Averroes dicunt, both Aristotle and Averroes say that the modum omnis scientiae is the science itself, the scientiam ipsam, which is also called logic. And what else do they hold? They hold that, or because, non simul ad disci potest, not at the same time can the scientia and the modus scientiae, not at the same time can the science and the mode of the science, the method of the science or system of knowledge, be learned. They cannot be learned simultaneously, ad disci, which is the present passive infinitive of the third conjugation verb ad disco, ad discere. And so they say, Aristotle and Averroes, that they cannot be learned at the same time, the scientia and the scientiae modus, but instead, said aportet, it is necessary first to learn, discere, the modum. Prius here is the comparative adverb of prior, the comparative adverb, but it is necessary first to learn the modum, and then next, by means of the modum, that has now perfecte apprehensum, that has now been exactly, precisely, perfectly understood, apprehended, then through the modum, it is necessary, aportet, ad discere tentare, to try to learn the scientiam itself. This is David Padilla's representation of the Muslim philosopher Averroes, who died in 1198 in Morocco and was very influential on Albertus Magnus and Aquinas.